Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 20-Minute Wrestling Podcast. I'm, of course, your host, the Scene Snob, Mike Kimball, back again with this past week's highlights in wrestling and things that I love that are going on that I want to talk about. So let's start. I just want to hit up some of my favorite highlights of the week. So last week on Raw we had the NXT Invasion continue. It was, of course, the show opened with a whole row of SUVs, or black SUVs, rolling in like the CIA, and Triple H got out, meaning we knew something was coming, especially based on the SmackDown before. So we go in. The end of the first hour, we have Triple H come out while Seth Rollins is whining, crying about he doesn't know where his career is going to go, trying to give a promo that he wish would be the best of the week, but was not. So Triple H comes out and definitely helps him with this bit, this segment, I should say, and says that maybe he needs to look into his past for where he wants to go. Meaning, hey, come on back to NXT. Seth Rollins looks at him, says, if we're gonna do this, I want to come in as the top guy. So I want to go against Adam Cole tonight for the championship. Blah, blah, blah. Knew you weren't going to get a Daniel Bryan's Adam Cole match, but whatever. Seth Rollins is still a pretty good performer, even if he is a little whiny. So, going through the show, some highlights of the show is you got a really good Becky Lynch promo where she was talking to Charlie Caruso. She's going to be facing Bayley and Shayna Baszler at Survivor Series, which should be a very cool match. Looking forward to that. Shayna Baszler came out during the promo, and they had a pretty good exchange of words and good stare down going on. So I'm definitely excited to see where all that's going. The OC went against Humberto Carrillo and why am I drawing a blank? I'm just at that point, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a sick day, and the Street Profits. So. As much as I like the Street Profits, I like the other version of them more, Private Party. But this is a pretty solid little match. You're going to get a good match out of everybody. But it is not the OC's best match of the week by far. So going on, just to finish out Raw, you had Rollins versus Adam Cole, and then going through. Seth Rollins won the match through disqualification. O'Reilly grabbed his leg, but after grabbed his leg and DQ. Wouldn't have right DQ, so no title change. But there was a huge brawl that broke out. You had NXT guys that were there come out and start jumping, and then you had other Raw guys come out, and just this whole big brawl came about. It was cool. Again, not the best brawl to end the show this week, which is very crazy, but it was very cool though. Actually, it's not even the third. It's not even the second best. It's probably the third best this week. So, Keith Lee did hit a cool somersault over the top rope and knocked everybody down, which pushed forward, getting to NXT. Very solid show this week. Really enjoyed it. But it ends with I'm just going to go into what I enjoyed about it, which was the OC, AJ Styles and the OC come in. They invaded NXT, and they set up a match against Matt Riddle, Keith Lee, and Tommaso Ciampa. So very solid. At the end of the show, it ended in a no contest, but a big brawl broke out. Adam Cole came out and attacked not just the OC, but Ciampa as well. So it's setting up a good storyline there. Excited to see where that goes. Finn Balor came out and was just staring down AJ Styles, but AJ Styles threw up the too sweet, and Finn Balor threw up the finger guns at him. So I'm anxious to see what's going to happen here. Are we going to have a Bullet Club come back, Bullet Club reunion, even though they weren't in at the same time? But, I mean, hey, you got these guys, why not do it? it will definitely drive up ratings on NXT. Why not? So it was a very solid show, but still not the best show of the night. The best show of the night, in my opinion, was Dynamite, AEW Dynamite. Some very cool stuff there. And it was kind of the go-home episode. It was just setting up the pay-per-view they were having last night, which was Full Gear. So Britt Baker defeated B. Priestley. What was it? I'm talking about Full Gear. Sorry, my highlights on Full Gear were up. Told you, that's those sick nights, man. They really get you. But anyway, SmackDown. There's really nothing to write home about on SmackDown. I do want to get to Full Gear, but I will say this: Dynamite ended with awesome. They had some awesome matches, but ended with probably the best brawl of the week. The Inner Circle, of course, versus the Nightmare Family. Oh man, it was just awesome. Cody popping out, coming after. First of all, best thing of the week, highlight of Wrestling Week. I hate being sick, but you had Cody Rhodes, man. He delivered one of the best promos I've heard in years. He came out and he brought up his family. He went straight for the throat on Chris Jericho. This has just been a perfectly built up rivalry that you have not seen in a while. Like you've seen it in indie wrestling promotions, but not in WWE. And I would love to see WWE actually get writers who can do this, and let their guys do promos, because this is what you get when you let your guys just do a promo. They know what they're doing. Although I don't know about most of these new guys, like they have transitioned into WWE. Like you follow a script for too long, you're gonna lose it. So, but then again, I mean, Moxley proves us wrong. He was following scripts for years, and now he's back. That's just me kind of digressing. I digress, so I'm going back, and I will definitely say it had a great brawl in the end. Also, I've been loving the Cody Rhodes little vignettes, or just like these little montages he's put together of him working out and getting ready for the matches, and like his family and he talking about him. And I just thought they've been terrific. And then, of course, the man Chris Jericho, he puts one together himself, and it was beautiful. Him just working out, and legit, he's working out, but he adds the fun to it. You have Sammy Guevara just building him up. You have everybody in the Inner Circle just kind of building them up throughout, and then Le Champion, he is still, just the most wonderful addition to wrestling right now. A wonderful thing about wrestling right now. He is just the perfect heel. And he is the Le Champion. That's all I'll call him from now on. And happy birthday to him, by the way. It was his birthday the other day. Chris Jericho, the AEW champion. Going on, we had SmackDown. Nothing really huge went on SmackDown. You had an NXT evasion still, but they were they were overseas this time, so you had some NXT UK coming out. Sasha Banks defeated Nikki Cross. So I'm going through my notes. Tyson Fury came back out, and he wants to go after Brock Lesnar, apparently. I'm already tired of that angle. I was tired of that angle before it started. Like, when they had the shoving match when he was in the audience, I was tired of this angle. I don't really care. Corbin beat Roman Reigns via pinfall. Okay, great. I care absolutely less about King Corbin. And it's the same match over and over and over and over again. Same rivalries over and over and over again without any stories. There's no build-up. I wouldn't care more if there was, like with Jericho and Cody, like you want to know what happened. You want to know where it was going to go. You knew it was all going to culminate at Full Gear last night. But to get there, they've built it up week after week after week, and not just crappy promos and inconsistent storylines going on throughout the entire thing. New Day won the titles again off of the Revival. Shinsuke and Cesaro defeated Ali and Shorty G. Oh God, I can't believe I'm talking about that one. And the Fiend attacked Daniel Bryan. That's right. I care absolutely less though. The Fiend thing has played out for me too. I wish they could bring it back, but I don't think they will. It's just poorly written. It's just from the beginning, it's been poorly written. So, but going back, AEW Full Gear, which probably so far has been the best. It's probably been the best pay-per-view I've seen this year. Royal Rumble was pretty good last year. Pretty good at the beginning of the year. That might be a close second, but I don't even know if it's a close second because All In and All Out were really good too. But anyway, Full Gear was probably the best this year so far. Yeah, they had Britt Baker defeated B. Priestley. We had Santana and Ortiz defeat the Young Bucks, which was surprising. I was not expecting this. Because the Young Bucks have been kind of losing a lot lately, and this is kind of a big match. I thought they were going to come back. It was kind of that defend the honor of the Rock and Rollers match, and they didn't win. I gotta admit, I kind of I was really kind of excited for this. I like the fact that I think in AEW, the guys who are running things aren't trying to take over. They aren't trying to be the top guys. They are top wrestlers and top performers, wrestlers in the business, and I don't blame them there. They need to be. They're the faces, but they're not taking over. They're not all of them are the champions. You needed a first solid champion. And Chris Jericho is the perfect one in my opinion. But even then, he's not really running the company. He just helped kind of put it together. But yeah, I was excited. They got in the match in the Young Bucks versus Santana and Ortiz. They had a weird Boston Crab, Camel Clutch, gory special type. All four of them were just in the ring at the same time, all locked up. And it was very cool. It was a very cool thing to see. You're going to get a solid match out of these guys. They're two of the best tag teams out right now. Young Bucks being probably the best. Not Rock and Rollers. I'm sorry, I said the Rock and Rollers before. Rock and Roll Express. I feel like an idiot. Rock and Rollers, come on. But you got a really solid match out of all this, and I give it probably an A match. The Hangman and Pac fight, Hangman won by pinfall. Again, you get a solid match out of it. I'm just not sold. Hangman's cool and all, but he's just not over for me. I'm just kind of all right, he's a good performer. Pac is a really good performer too, but he's not. There's no charisma there for me. That's what I'm looking for. All these other guys, they have this charisma, swagger to them, and neither of these guys really did. So the match was a solid match. It was a good performance, but I didn't really care as much. The Strong Spears Joey Janela was a solid match. I really enjoyed it. Joey Janela, every match he's done so far on the pay-per-views has been, even on Dynamite, all his matches have been really fun to watch. And that's it. They're not amazingly fantastic matches. He doesn't put on the best matches, but he puts on fun matches. And I think that's important too. You need to have the fun. He's a mid-card guy, but he's a fun mid-card guy. He's a name we're gonna know for a while, and I dig that. Then you had the Tag Team Championship match. SCU, of course, the champions after Dynamite 2 weeks ago. But they're going up against Private Party and Lucha Bros. Come on. It was an amazing match. Everything about it was fantastic. Christopher Daniels is back, which was cool. He came out dressed like Pentagon. So he had like 2 Pentagons in the ring. And then he revealed himself to be back. He's the third member of SCU for anybody who doesn't really know the name. But it was very cool to see this. And I'm so glad SCU retained. I was a little worried that they were going to push it a little too quickly and kind of push the belt off after 2 weeks. No, I think they need to hold it at least until, if not the next. I think if they don't hold it until the next pay-per-view, because I don't know when that's going to be, maybe the new year. Maybe the new year, build up the rivalry with Lucha Brothers a little bit more, and just kind of see where this goes. Because Lucha Brothers would be a solid second tag team to win, and get the championship. Riho defeated Sakura via pinfall, so she retained the title. It was a good match. I mean, they got a solid women's match. I shouldn't even say that. That's kind of messed up. Like, it doesn't matter that it was a women's match. Like, they're just terrific performers, and I really enjoyed the match. Now, the meat and potatoes of it, the big matches, the matches that we all came to see. You had the AEW World Championship. Jericho started off after a long battle. They went after each other. Cody busted his eye open, jumping the ropes and hitting his face planting basically right into the ramp, the elevated ramp. So he busts his eye open. Jericho's just pulling all the great heel stuff. Like, he goes after Cody's mom. Oh, the whole nine. Everything's fantastic about this match. They both have somebody in their corners, which was previously set up. So what was his name? Jake Hager was in Jericho's corner, and MJF was in Cody's corner. So you had your friends there. Hager got kicked out. He got ejected from the mat from ringside. So he went back, and then probably the best lion tamer I've ever seen. You know, Chris Jericho, after they're just beating the crap out of each other, and it's going on and on and on. And Jericho gets Cody in a deep lion tamer. He is down. He is sitting on his neck, and Cody's not tapping out. And MJF throws in the towel for Cody, throws it right in. You see that towel hit, and ding, ding, ding. Match is over. So Chris Jericho retains by a corner stoppage, which is different, and it sets something up that's beautiful. Cody's pissed. You have Jericho go off, and he meets up the inner circle, and he's partying, and he's got the bubbly in his hand and everything. You know, he's champion again. Cody's in the ring. Can't believe what happened. The fans were rioting for Cody when he was in the lion tamer to break out. So when this happened, it kind of shocked everybody. And then MJF comes in. He's crying. He's upset. Cody doesn't really want to talk to him. Then Cody comes around. He's on his knees begging Cody. Cody helps him up, puts hand on his shoulder. You know, best friends, man. And then the heel turn. You got the low blow, kick to the balls. MJF puts Cody down, and then just smiles. And man, it was a beautiful heel turn. It was just, I mean, we knew it was coming. This has even been hinted at. It was coming, but it was just gorgeous, is what it was. And I haven't seen a good heel turn like that in a while, and I was really enjoying it. So we get him walk off. Somebody threw water at him, like a whole cup of water right on top of MJF, and MJF like was pissed, but at the same time was just like, this is what you want when you're a heel. It's perfect. And then just walked off laughing and smiling, and Cody in the ring. Man, it was a solid match, and I'm so glad Jericho won. I think he needs to retain for a while. We'll explain it through Cody. I mean, it's not that I don't like Cody. I like Cody a lot, but Jericho's just a really good heel champion right now, and I think that's what we need. It's been a long time since we saw a really good heel champion walking around anywhere. So we got that, and then we had the final match of the night, was the lights out, non-sanctioned match between Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega. My man, Kenny Omega. Man, this match was vicious to say the least. Man, I went and saw Dr. Sleep this weekend, and I thought that was vicious, and then I saw this match, and I was like, whew, it was a rough one, and did not turn out the way I thought it would. But turned out in a really good way. I was still excited about it. So oh my God, they beat the crap out of each other with everything, and except the kitchen sink. They were all over. They pulled off like a really cool death match, which is what they're both used to. So they kind of went back and forth. They pulled out they pulled out a springboard or mouse traps. Kenny went down on it, and it was awesome. The broken glass, all over the ring. That was awesome. The suplex through into the. It was like a spring bed, wrapped in barbed wire everywhere, and they were stuck in it. Oh, it was beautiful. Everything was just great, but Moxley won in the end. He defeated him by pinfall. Yeah, you even had the Young Bucks out there telling Omega, no, don't do it. Hangman was right behind him, like, no, this isn't a good idea. Moxley took it. Moxley took the win. So I'm anxious to see where this goes. Is it on to the next, or is this going to be a grudge that goes on for a while? I'm anxious to see. But it was probably the best match of the night, in my opinion. Everything going on right now, that was, like I said, it's probably the best pay-per-view I saw all year long. So it was really cool to see all the build-up since Dynamite started last month. You got a month of solid build-up. Some of this stuff was introduced. Some of these matches were introduced at the last pay-per-view for AEW. But when do we really see this? I mean, we get pay-per-view. I feel like I'm WWE bashing every week, and I don't want to. It's not about that. It's just more of comparison. Like, I wish WWE would get writing like this, would get on board with the great storytelling. But I just don't see it anytime soon. Like, I don't know what's going to happen, but maybe we'll get something with NXT. With this Wednesday Night War, we'll get, it'll be kind of an awakening. I'm hoping so. Well, they are setting up now for Survivor Series, and at least they're adding NXT as a brand, so it's going to be the 3. But they're also doing takeover war games like the night before, so what's going to happen there, So we'll see what happens. I am excited. Not much else going on right now. Just kind of wanted to gush over Full Gear. Full Gear is probably my favorite thing in wrestling of the week. Not much news coming out. I don't really feel like talking about Saudi Arabia. There's so much speculation going on, and I just don't care. I don't care where it goes, who's pissed off with who, what happened on the ringside. Like, it's just, I talked about it in the last one. I just don't even want to go over it. I just want to do highlights tonight of my favorite things. And Full Gear was by far my very favorite thing of wrestling this week. So let me know what you guys think, though. I want to hear what you guys thought of the pay-per-view and the shows this week and anything else. Talk to me about NWA Power. Talk to me about Impact. I can't watch everything all week, but I can. I do listen and I do read about them. So I want to hear opinions. So definitely comment. Message me. First off, go off to Instagram, Twitter. I'm at the Scene Snob at both. Go to my Facebook page, the Scene Snob. Sorry. Go check out the Scene Snobs channel on YouTube. Subscribe there, and just leave me messages or comments or whatever, and I will get back to you. I'm excited to hear what everybody thinks. I'm also on SoundCloud, and but if you go to scenesnobs.com, everything's there, so you can listen to this show and more. But that's pretty much all I got, and I think I'm over my 20-minute time. So I'm just going to say have a good night, everybody, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.